Hi everyone. This is some kind of a modern version of a Piper Cub. We're going to fly to the top of the highest mountain in Victoria. It's called Mount Bogong. I've climbed it twice with my legs, and now we're going to climb it in an aeroplane with a motor. Look at this runway, it looks like a taxiway. We're just at the base of the mountain. So too easy. Airborne at 100 kilometers an hour. There it is over there to the left. I think that's it over there. Where else could it be? By the way, I don't think this stream's going to work because my internet is too slow, too constricted at the moment. So if it does work, good. If not, that's what I'm expecting. So hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Yep, that's it right there on the left hand side. I recognise that shape anywhere since I've climbed it twice in real life. It's 6,500 feet high and we're currently at 3,500 feet. That's the town of Mount Beauty back there, Mount Beauty, and up ahead is Mount Bogong. This will be a pretty short flight. Right, the plane's pitched out quite well, hands off the controls. Just climbing nicely now. Fairly well trimmed out. We're almost at 5,000 feet. It's not so easy when you're climbing under human power. Yes. Look how steep it is. Let's watch out that we don't get into a sticky situation here. That ridge, I think that could be one of the ones that we walk along to get up there. Got no shortage of airspeed. We're almost at 5.5. That's the mountain right there. No snow up there right now. Let me tell you, when this thing's shrouded in clouds, it's majestic. These kind of ridges are what you use to climb up there. You climb up on the ridges. You never climb in a valley, you always climb in a ridge. Okay, let's turn around. I can see the cairn on top of the mountain that marks the highest spot. I can see it from here. It's good that they've included it on the map actually, in the game. This is really pretty, you know, coming from a combat flight simulator, this is really pretty enjoyable. I mean, this, let's cut the power a bit maybe. This Zillion Cub, it's like a copy of a Piper Cub, but it's got more power and stuff. It's very similar to a Cessna 152, and I'm very familiar with flying a Cessna 152 in real life. How it lands, and everything. Look what we got here. It's a building. In real life it's not a building. In real life it's just a pile of stones, but it's good that they've put something there. If you want to know more, check out my video, summiting Mount Bogong. Bogong is spelled B-O-G-O-N-G. Bogong. Summiting Mount Bogong. When I climbed this particular mountain right here in the snow last year. I had to be very fit to do that. And in a plane it's nothing, you just get right up there. In like 5 minutes and it's done. You can see a track there where the shadow is crossing now. There's a track there. This is looking quite familiar, all of this. There's a bit of cloud down there below us. Not too much cloud though. This was earlier today. This was the actual weather conditions earlier today. Real weather, real clouds, everything. No, there's the cairn right there. I'll show you. Right. I need to retrim, but right there. Stop moving around. Track car's a bit spazzed out. Take it from me. Right there is the cairn. So that means that there's a hut further on. right there, there's a hut there. Sorry, my track car's a bit silly. There's a hut there. Nah, that hut represents the can, I'm sure. So that was it. That's the tallest mountain in Victoria. Let's go full power again. So Flight Sim really needs to learn how to just keep the view on one point where you keep it instead of having it moving with the plane. They don't get it, but anyway. Yeah, that where the hut is, that's the highest point. I'll point the mouse right there. See where the mouse is right there? That's the hut. In reality, it's not a hut. In reality, it's a big pile of stones. If you go and watch my video, you'll see exactly what it really looks like in real life. My video is called Summiting Mount Bogong. It was about a year ago. You'll see me climb this mountain in real life. Climbing through the snow and everything. From way down there. Alright, well. Let's get closer to the very summit and do a drive-by, a flyby, and then let's go home, go and land. Right, we're heading right for it. It's right on the nose, right there. Right there. That's the top of the mountain. Altitude is just under 7,000 feet, and we're just on top of the mountain right here. Let's see if I can navigate my way back to Mount Beauty and then land on that runway that I took off from. When I came up here, pretty sure it was from down there. Why don't I try zooming down there? Have to be careful not to rip the wings off on this low speed plane. It's not a VF-109. You can't boom and zoom it. It's not a diving air. Oh no, the speed's already way too high. Tops out. Red line's above 200 k's an hour. So VF-109 will barely take off at 200 k's an hour. Hands off, trimmed out. Yep, there she is. Right there is the mountain. Or was it right there? Somewhere between there and there is the top. Let's head for those lakes over there. Trim's pretty responsive. You only need one aft or one forward to get it to sort of do what you want. Savage Cub. Celine Savage Cub. So it's a copy of a Piper Cub, but it's got a probably a bigger engine in it, like maybe a Lycoming engine or a Continental engine, as opposed to like a, I don't know what. I think the original Cub had 60 horsepower, maybe, and this one would probably have freaking 200 horsepower or something, you know, something crazy. Could be totally wrong about that, I don't actually know. All I know is it's quite like a Cessna 152, quite similar. But quite a lot slower though, a lot slower. Cessna 152 cruises at 95 knots, which is about 170 kilometers an hour. This thing at 170 is at the top of its yellow arc, almost into its red arc of speed, so this is a much slower plane by design than even a Cessna 152. Well, there's the runway right in front of it. How's that speed? 195 and at the top of the yellow arc, almost into the red. It's quite a slow plane. You wouldn't want to do a long distance in this plane if you're in a hurry to get somewhere. But it climbs beautifully and it's very maneuverable, very sort of nimble and lightweight. I don't know what the ground elevation is, but we're at 2,000 feet now. It feels like the actual altitude's about 600 feet though. Because even this airfield's up in the mountains. This is quite high. We're not at sea level here. In the winter it snows here. This is Mount Beauty. Although I don't like the tailing ponds in the centre of Mount Beauty right next to the township. I think they're kind of gross. I don't know what's in them. Is it sewage? Or is it water catchment or something? I don't know. There we go. That's pretty much the end of the video. That was quite a nice flight, wasn't it? This thing takes off and it lands in no kind of distance at all. Let's look at that. That's a pretty short landing run, isn't it? Although I did a pretty good landing because I was getting in right at the beginning of the runway. It seems to stall out at about 55 kilometers an hour. My grandma can moonwalk faster than that. You know what I'm saying? That's slow. This plane is a STOL aircraft. Pretty impressive. It's got big wings. Those wings are probably about the same wing area as a Messerschmitt or a Spitfire. But it's not a heavy plane. That's a beautiful plane. It is, for what it is, it's amazing. This plane. How do you lift up the flaps? WTF. Why don't the flaps go up? I don't know. I haven't got time to sort that out. I don't think it matters too much. I'll figure it out one day. But yeah, the flaps are refusing to go up again. That's interesting. Okay, note to self, F4 powers the engine up. Yeah, anyway, let's pull off the runway. That will do it. Now let's just... There's no mixture that I can see, so I'm going to turn off the magnetos and then the ignition. There we go. Alright. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Oh yeah, like and share and subscribe and support on GoFundMe and support on Buy Me a Coffee and become a paying channel member. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.